Hey, it is time for another milestone video for Mean Machine. I believe this is number 6. I made one and it didn't go so well because some stuff broke. And I thought, I should fix that before I make a video about it. So hopefully it works better this time. We'll see. Without further ado, on our left here is the application, Mean Machine. We start it up. Three buttons here with our start button. We'll go ahead and load this roster fresh. Brings up folders on my desktop. We want to go to the NFL 25 assets. That's the NFL 25 mod. Load up that roster user JSON. Then we go get the hof.txt. And then we just go point to the folder where all our logos are. And then we click Start Game. And now we'll run a test with Baltimore and Cincinnati. So there's Joe Burrow and there's Lamar Jackson. As you can see, this team, Baltimore, in this league has won the championship twice. So the Super Bowl trophy shows up with the 2. Every player on this team will see this. And there's a little bit of a flaw there because if Lamar Jackson moves, you would think, oh, well, he should get to keep that trophy with him. But he doesn't. As you'll see, we trade. So now the 1 MVP and 1 Offensive Player of the Year, but he gets the 2 Super Bowl, and then Lamar Jackson in Cincinnati gets his 2 MVPs that he's won and just 1 Offensive Player of the Year for Cincinnati. So the trade has happened. That is good. So now we exit. And let's take a look real quick at what is existing in this save file. So this is what this save file used to look like here. So we'll load up the existing one, and that's what we just used to trade players. So in this old one, Lamar Jackson's on Baltimore, and Joe Burrow's on Cincinnati. And we can even go and look at the front office, the Hall of Fame, and we can see, look, Lamar Jackson has won the MVP of that season. Joe Burrow won it once there. Lamar Jackson won a second time there. So that's 2 for him, 1 for Joe Burrow, and then Saquon, back to Lamar. And then Offensive Player of the Year. Joe Burrow has won it once. Lamar Jackson has won it once. So we have that information. We can see visually. But we already saw it in our trade a second ago. So we're going to quit. We're going to leave. This is the existing mod, remember, before we made any trades. But we just ran Mean Machine. We made the trade. And so now what we want to do is take these 2 files, copy them. We're going to go to our mod location. This is where that save is. I just loaded the 49ers. I'm going to paste it there, and I'm going to replace the destination files because I have copies of these files, so I'm not worried about losing them. Okay, so we've replaced it. Now we'll go back, and we'll start up Legible again. And we will go and load a franchise, the 49ers. Go to team, go to roster. And we go and look at Joe Burrow is now on the Baltimore team. And Lamar Jackson is now on the Cincinnati team. You go and look at their player card, and you can see, player card. I think it's here. Oh, wait. There we go. 2025, 24, 23 were Cincinnati stats for Joe Burrow. Conversely, doing all of this by keyboard's not quite as easy. I want to look at his. They say Baltimore. So it's all rewriting correctly. Seems to be working pretty solidly. Pretty excited about it, actually. Probably release it to the wild soon. My next big adventure. That's the cool part, is you can just load it back up. Well, let's say real quick. Well, next big adventure is to make a College Bowl check to where it can load College Bowl stats too, because that would be the ultimate goal, so that it can parse awards, bowl trophies, stuff like that for College Bowl stuff, and like games. Like there's way more stats you can get out of College Bowl than Legend Bowl, unfortunately. But yeah, you can do more with like per game stats. Interesting things to show there. I don't know. But anyway, another cool thing with this is we can go load another mod if we want to. We can go to our desktop here and load up this NFL 2002 mod, I think is what it is. Yeah. And this one uses the same colors.txt file as we've discussed previously. So I don't have to change that. But as you can see, there's Jake Plummer. There's who all is still playing 2002. Quincy Carter. Yeah, there he is. You can the colors.txt translates here. Where it won't translate is with a custom colors.txt file. I don't have a check, like a button for that. So currently, if you were to load up, say, the LBCL, which is a custom mod of like a GM league, a bunch of managers that manage the setup of the team and then let the game sim itself, they have a custom colors.txt file. So that means when I load this up, the colors will all be wrong. And you can tell because the logos usually match. You know, this is like a red, white, and blue logo, but these colors are green and gold. That's wrong. Look, this red, kind of orange red and green and yellow inside this fireman logo, that doesn't really match. So we know that's wrong. So that's what having these assets here, and you can go to this saves folder, right? You can open up your assets where you're getting all this stuff, and you can just copy. I hold control and drag, replace. And now when you go back and you load up the game again, you don't even have to load the assets again through the buttons. You can just click start, and it uses the colors.txt file that's in that saves file. So now it's all correct. Look, red, white, and blue colors, yellow, yay. I don't really look at this stuff. Well, that's that team. Other fun stuff up here. We got our home and alternate jerseys. That's the whole setup here. Our home side is on the left, visitor quote unquote is on the right, but we are colorizing this with alternate colors, and you can, that's inside roster user JSON. It's all native to the setup. So you can change it in here though to look at everything like alternate like this, or you can make everything home like this with this button. But naturally it will load the left side of your screen, will load the home colors, and the right side of the screen, whenever you reload it, will load the alternate colors. Something must be up with this league setup. I don't know. These conference images are supposed to be there, but they're not. I don't know why. So anyway, but yeah, to change it back, we could leave here and we could go. We need to do this afterwards, but we would relaunch this. Go back to the current NFL 25 mod. Collect logos, tell it where those are, say start game. And the colors are going to be way off. Way off. Look at that. Pretty slick, huh? But it's kind of neat, though. You can tell what's great about this is, yeah, all these colors are wrong, but you can tell that this is all being colorized by all the assets from within the game. These are the end zone assets down here up top. Like, these are logos that are being put on. These helmets are being recreated. They are not like full on helmets. And I did that so that, user custom builds would look, wow, it's wild. Oh, that's another thing. It's kind of cool. So one thing I found was, yeah, you can see there. I found that when you had a bright color like yellow or orange, you couldn't see white up here very well in the name. So there's a check up there to like make sure that if it'll make a contrasty color. Oh yeah, my alternating ads down here. I forgot about those. So anyway, this is wrong. Let's fix that real quick, shall we? Let's go to saves, and we got to replace that colors with our proper NFL 25 assets. And remember, we just got to control click and drag over, and it'll ask us to replace it. We've got copies of this stuff, so we're not worried about replacing it. Go up, go back to Me Machine. We don't even have to reload everything. We can just go straight to the star button. And there it is. Like I said, gonna probably release it soon. This should have Lamar Jackson again on Cincinnati, and we'll load him on this side this time. No, it's back. Oh, that's right, because I loaded a boilerplate one. Remember, these are from my assets on this desktop. So these are like the ones we start with. I reloaded it. Was basically like starting over. That's why he's back over there. Anyway, so yeah, we I hope to get this out. People can use it. You can trade players at any point in the season. I wouldn't use a save that's like right after the Super Bowl. I would just do it like, if you're going to do it for a league, have like agreed upon times that you can do this so that you don't end up trying to do it at a point that won't work. But yeah, there it is. That's that. And in the meantime, why don't you take a couple minutes and watch the NCAA all-time intro for College Bowl that I made, for the mod of the NCAA all-time that I made. Here it is. Check it out.